for the thick of it all. If they don't give me room, well then I'll give them a while. I'm gonna smoke my tires when the victory calls. I'm gonna be there, be there. I wanna see my face up on the jumbo screen. Feel the white hot metal of a winning machine. Because you win or you lose and there's no in between. I wanna be there, be there, be there.
NASCAR on speed. Be there.
The Pennzoil Truck Series had short track racing at the Richmond International Raceway for the running of the Gatorade 200 and the final race of the regular season of the Pennzoil Truck Series season number 5. Coming into this race, we know at least 8 drivers have locked in to 12 spots in the chase. They are Danny Bright with the points lead, along with Derek Bouchard, Cole Luigi, Ricky Miller, Anthony Hernandez, Max Rossi, and Enter Charbois have all locked up top 10 spots. They cannot fall outside the top 10 points no matter what. 8th place in points, Jake Galloway is not locked into the top 10. However, those 2 wins they got earlier in the season, he can use those as wild cards. He cannot fall below anyone else who has 2 wins, and he cannot fall outside the top 20. So Jake Galloway is locked into a wild card spot no matter what happens here tonight. And now, going into the race, Oliver Galloway sits 9th in the points. If he finishes 8th or better, he locks into a spot. He can finish lower than that and still make it in, depending on the situation that happens. And Keith Stevens has the final spot inside the top 10, 7 points up on the cutoff. Danny Lloyd has our first wildcard spot, 11th in points, and he's 7 points out of Keith Stevens. Blake Petras is 12th. He's only 18 points out of the top 10. And then 13th, we have Steven Taylor, 45 out. Michael Sanders is 50 out with a win in 14th. Mike Burrow, 66 out with a win in 15th. So Burrow is 16 points from that second wildcard spot, which is held by Michael Sanders. So we look at the starting lineup. Racer in the 30 has the pole for tonight's event. This is a big race for him. He currently sits in points 23rd. And he has 2 wins. He has 41 points from the top 20. If he get inside the top 20 here tonight, he can use those 2 wins as a wildcard spot, assuming that he does not finish behind Riley Sprue 2 points and Jake Galloway falls outside the top 10. 2's outside is 77 Michael Sanders. Then 3rd, Cole Luigi. 4th is Luke Rainey. He needs to win here tonight to advance through to the chase. And Greg Lee in the 14 rounds out the top 5. He is 98 points outside the top 10. Steven Taylor will roll off 6th to 45 back of the top 10. Francis Dustin in 7th, Kishan Richardson 8th. Blake Petras is just outside 9th, and Daniel Price rounds out the top 10. Looking at the rest of the field, Max Rossi the 20, 2's inside Oliver Galloway. Then we have Keith Stevens and Jack Canaramo. Behind them, Landon Lyons and Danny Lloyd. Then we have Jake Galloway and Riley Sprue 2 wins on the season. He needs 10 points to get to the top 20. If he can get those 10 points, he will be a wildcard spot no matter what. Then we have Jay Jefferson and Reese Bennett. Danny Bright with Lawrence Palapon. Then Matt Hamill and Anton Charbois. Mathis Wells with Tim Randolph. Then Eli Tomlin and Derek Bouchard. Marshall Burrow with Roland Cook. Jonathan Beeford and Anthony Hernandez. Trey Rainey and Mike Burrow. And in the final row, Cynthia Bright the 33 with Ricky Miller in the 12. 2 are outside, starting in the 36th and final position. So there's our 36 truck field for the last race to make the chase here at Richmond, the Gatorade 200. Let's get going with our starting command.
Driver, start your engine!
So how about that command to fire the engines up for the Gatorade 200 here at Richmond, the final race to make the chase in the Pennzoil Truck Series. Who will be the 12 drivers advancing to fight for a championship? 30 laps at the short track in Richmond, Virginia. We're green. Who's going to make the chase? Racer, that's a big 5 points for him. Leading that lap 5 points. Those are 5 points towards the 41 he needs to get to the top 20. But now at the racetrack he goes. Cole Luigi's locked in. He just wants a victory and some momentum heading into the chase. To the inside and down the backstretch, has the advantage to turn 3. Luigi through 3 and 4. He'll grab the race lead away. Dustin through to second. Luigi comes off turn 4 to lead lap number 2. Now Dustin to his inside down the front stretch. The 19 Blake Petras needs 18 points. He's inside the top 5. Sir tried to get down in front of him. They're 3 wide for a second off turn 2. Luigi up top, Petras down low. Sir in the middle lane. It's a tight squeeze here at the short track. They slide up, serve from Luigi. No contact made. Luigi to the middle now. Big move out of the 31. Remember, he has nothing to lose in this race. And Racer and the others, they have stuff to lose. Points. Alvagawe, the 00, needs a great night. 8th or better. No matter what, will get him into the show. Oliver Galloway, the 00, gonna help his chances out. Leading this lap, that's 5 points for him. So he will only have to finish probably 9th or 10th now. 3 wide, Danny Lloyd to the inside. His teammate Jake Galloway with him. Lloyd, the 17, has a win. He's in the wildcard spot, but he can never be too safe. 7 points is what he needs to get inside the top 10. He'll get 5 of those right here as they come off turn 4. Lloyd gonna lead lap number 5. That's a big 5 points for him. Jake Galloway, the 11. He probably doesn't want outside the top 10. Actually, the momentum of being able to say, hey, I was top 10 points at the end of the regular season. He wants to stay inside the top 10, but no matter what, Galloway's going to be in the chase for this season. He needs to close to 11th or 12th in points. He leads right now, but in turn 3, Jay Jefferson to his bottom lane. Jefferson there around mid-season. Looks like he had a shot to make the chase, but all fell apart for him. Jefferson now to the lead. Just looking for his second victory in the season. It wouldn't help him chase-wise, though. Here comes Pound Pound, the 39 to his inside. Mathis Wells, the 2. Practically needs this win. Needs a good margin out. The 2 truck. 73 points needed to make up here tonight. I mean, it's definitely possible, but the best shot would be to get that win. Hope you can get a wild card spot. We'll see what Wells can do to turn 1. So he'll take the race lead away. He wants 5 bonus points. Derek Bouchard's locked into the chase. He's right now running 2nd. Danny Williams trying to back down line 3rd. And Greg Lee needs a great result, possibly a win, probably a win. Bouchard to the inside of 2. Gets back in line. But now looking down low to turn 1. Has the nose, has the position. Bouchard out front now as they come off the corner and down the backstretch. Bouchard clears. Lloyd up to 2nd in the 17. Greg Lee, 3 wide. Blake Petrus to the bottom lane, the 19. As Lloyd looks for the lead. 3 wide for 3rd, side by side for the lead to turn 1. Lloyd's going to take it. Bouchard falls back. Contact made. Wells sideways. A great save by the champion. That could have been the whole field. Wells did a great job saving this truck. Greg Lee's chase chance could have been done there as well. They're not over yet. There they go. Lee hard to the wall with Mathis Wells who flips backwards. And now they stack up on the bottom lanes. They spin around. Riley Spurley to the 60s involved. George Palma as well. There's a 77 all torn up. The 3 V-Light Tomlin, the 10 on Marshall Burrow. Yellow flag in the air. And a lot of drivers in the chase. Or a lot of drivers in chase contention involved, including Riley Spraytube, who needed 10 points to make it into the top 20 and make the chase. But now he's going to finish most likely 36th and will not gain those 10 points. So as the wreck happens, we saw Wells sideways off the corner, and then they got into it in 3 and 4 again. Wells goes flipping. Lee is damaged, so both those drivers are going to be out and not have a shot, along with Riley Spurgeon. Lloyd leads them back, and this could be big for him. These could be 5 more bonus points. He got a total of 10 bonus points, which again, those 7 points he needs to get into the top 10 in points. We will see what happens around the first caution flag of the night. Contact between Greg Lee and Mathis Wells ends in calamity for a ton of drivers looking to get themselves into a chase position. We saw through 1 and 2, Wells did a great job saving his truck on the outside side with Greg Lee, but as they get to turn 3, Lee just kind of slides up a little high. Maybe Cynthia Bright forced him up there as well. The 14 and the 2 got hooked together into the wall hard, and there's the contact that flips Wells over there. Backwards he went. Lee stuck in the wall, and then they made contact further ahead. But look at the 2. The horrible tumble he took, and last season's champion, Mathis Wells, will not have a shot to repeat here this season. He's looking to back up his championship. The championship this season, that is now over. It is done. Wells will not be making the chase for season number 5. And then how did, once again, we've seen this happen so many times at Richmond, you try to avoid the crash, you hit the brakes, and you spin out. So there's the contact. Oliver Galloway went around. Keith Stevens. There's Sprewton getting hit a few times. Michael Sanders. The Galloways both got into it. Jake Galloway, and I think Oliver did as well. That's big for Oliver, though. Remember, he's not locked in. Keith Stevens I also saw get spun around. He's 7 points. He's 7 points in, but with Lloyd being up for leading, he's out right now. So the drivers that had a shot to try and make something happen, all of which going to be done for the night. Riley Spurgeon, Mathis Wells, Greg Lee will be done. Danny Lloyd, he needs 7 points. He's got a lot right now. Lloyd out front for the Gatorade 200 at the green flag. We will restart at the halfway point here in the Gatorade 200. Danny Lloyd, the 17, out front, looking for his second victory of the season or a great point to get him into the chase. Greg Lee, his chase chances to turn along with Riley Sparrow-Tube, Mathis Wells, and Kashawn Richardson. Michael Sanders, 2 laps down 32nd. 31 trucks on the lead lap. We are back racing at Richmond. Lloyd leads, Peterson second, Buford third, Bouchard fourth, Burrow fifth. Lloyd leads, but the turn 1 goes up the racetrack. Here comes Petrus to the bottom lane. We mentioned Petrus only 18 points out of the cutoff, but he'll need to gain those points on Lloyd as well. Look at him, slides the racetrack. Here comes the 07 to the bottom, Jonathan Buford. 3 wide for lane down the front stretch here in Richmond. The 17 trying to get clear, but they keep it to the bottom lane to turn 1. 3 wide, how's it going to work out? Buford gets clear in the 07. Petrus in second. Lloyd falling back outside the top 3. Now outside the top 5. Now Petrus for the lead off turn 4. To the inside, coming to 13 to go. Petrus side by side with Buford at the start-finish line. To turn number 1. Petrus with the advantage. Down low gets clear. Mike Burrow, the 23 to second. Max Rossi, the 28, coming forward with the 81 of Jay Jefferson. Now Burrow looking to the bottom through 3 and 4. Petrus blocks it off nicely. 12 to go. Mike Burrow to the inside to turn 1. Oh, up the racetrack for the 19, up against the wall. He'll surrender a few positions there. Jay Jefferson 3 wide. Down the back stretch, that's for a second. Jefferson going to clear through 3 and 4. Rossi slides up Petrus, they're making contact. The damage over 11 bar. It's not damaged that much because he's up inside the top 3 to second. Cynthia Bright coming forward, just wants a win. She cannot make the chase. Contact being made. Oh! Sideways for Bouchard and Galloway. They're trying to get the 4 wide. Sliding up. Contact made. They save it. They don't make it through. Look at Miller to the crash trying to avoid. If you can't tell me these drivers don't care about making this chase, my goodness, they're going 3 and 4 wide trying to make it. Left track ahead in the 4 to the 77. And Jake going to the lead. Reckon. Jonathan Buford around. Yellow flag, number 2, the 07. Hit a few more times. Straight right up against the wall. Francis Dustin as well. And everyone gets to take a breather. Yellow flag in the air for the second time with 9 to go. And we will have a late race restart. Jake Galloway, the damaged 11, out front. Gets by the 77. That's going to be a big buffer for him. He's got a lap truck, a slow lap truck, in between he and second place. How's that going to impact this race for the chase? We will see what happened to Jonathan Buford, the 07, involved in a crash here at Richmond. They made the 4 wide work, couldn't make the 3 wide work. Here they are off turn number 2. Jay Jefferson up top in the A1, a little slow. Buford kind of comes up, almost going to sideways, trying to keep it off him, and then slides down to Anton Charles Bond. Nowhere for the 51 to go. Buford gets spun hard into this inside wall, comes back up the racetrack, and he's right here, gonna come up. They miss. Trey Ray gets into the outside wall, and Francis Dustin nowhere to go into the 07. Ray rides along the wall to get by, so he's going to have some pretty heavy right side damage there, but Buford possibly going to be done for the night. And now Jake Galloway's going to have a buffer in between he and second place because he had just left, and Michael Sanders in 77, who doesn't have a nose on that truck, but Galloway now going to have a buffer in between he and second place, so it'll be interesting to see how that gets going. Jake Galloway looking for his 3rd victory of the season, keep him top 10 in points. He is out front at Richmond for the Gatorade 200. Can he win here at the short track in Virginia? We come back a little early just to update on these points positions. Jake Galloway, the 11, has to be feeling pretty good about staying top 10 in points, which will mean the wild cards are most likely going to go to drivers with 2 wins or 1 win that are outside the top 10. So currently, Oliver Galloway needs an 8th place or better to lock his way in. The double zero is currently scored in the 9th position, so you gotta be feeling pretty good about that. He's probably going to be inside the top 10 as long as nothing goes wrong in these final few laps on this restart. Keith Stevens is only 7 points in over the cutoff. Stevens right now currently in the 15th position. The truck by him, Danny Lloyd, is 5th. So Lloyd right now would get that over Stevens. It would knock the 25 out, and Stevens once again has no victories on the season. Lloyd would get his way in. Blake Petrus is 18 points out. The 19th truck currently in 8th. So if Galloway starts to fade back in the double zero, watch for the 19 try and get up there. If the 17 fades back as well, watch for Petrus try and get those positions and get up inside the top 10 in points. A win, though, will get him a wildcard spot almost definitely. And then with Michael Sanders being so slow in 14th, he's going to fall below Mike Burrow, who is inside the top 3. Burrow right now 3rd. And can Luke Rainey or Ray Sir break their way into the top 20 in the points? Rainey almost gonna definitely need another wins right now. 19th. Where is Racer? 17th. Can he break his way inside the top 20? The final 4 laps of the Gatorade 200 to make the Pennzoil Truck Series Season 5 chase is green. 11 gets away. The 77 slow round to the inside. Burr also to the inside. Can Lloyd get down there? He does. The all filter to the bottom lane through 1 and 2. Trucks trying to get out of line, trying to break low and high to get around that 77. The double zero gets by. Contact almost made between the 51 and the 15. Jefferson and Bouchard get caught up, but with 3 to go, the battle for the lead is on. Mike Burr wants to win his way into the chase. He has 1 win this season. 2 wins would definitely get him. Something's wrong with the 17. Danny Lloyd, the 17 issue. To the inside goes. The 18 as well. No yellow, but Danny Lloyd had those 7 points. Now he's out, and 4 trucks to sell it for the win. Mike Burrow, Max Rossi, and Tim Randolph along with Jake Galloway. Coming to the white flag in the Gatorade 200. Side by side for the lead. Rossi to the inside of Burrow. Now they go 3 wide. Tim Randolph backs out of that. White flag in the air. Last lap of Richmond. Who's going to make the chase for Season 5? Rossi's locked in. He's looking for another victory this season. Yellow is out. They'll race it back to the caution flag and the checker flag. They're side by side for the lead and the win. Who will get back first? Randolph, Rossi, Jake Galloway off the corner. Randolph's going to win at Richmond. What brought the caution flag? It may have been Jay Jefferson. He's all torn up in the 81. Yellow on the last lap, but the leads are already taken the white flag, so it didn't impact it. We know Danny Lloyd most likely could be out, but can he fall back on a wild card spot is the big question. Because Stevens with a 6th place finish and Lloyd not even on the lead lap, I don't believe. There's the torn up trucks. The A1 Jay Jefferson involved in the crash. We'll see what happened to bring out the caution flag, which ended the race. Here it is, racing towards the back of the pack. Roland Cook, the 47, slid up into by the 3 Vili Tomlin. They go up the racetrack. The 3 gets away. The 47 into the outside wall right here as the 3 and the 47. Then the 4 goes around on the inside there. Landon Lyons hits the wall. There goes the 23 Daniel Price around. There's the 47, the 81 getting involved. The 77 gets his way through. Now the big question is, Lloyd in the 17, when he came down parallel with his issues, is he out of the race? Is he in? He's going to be 28th. It looks like that's where they're scoring him at that point. Can he stay ahead of Michael Sanders? He's probably going to definitely stay ahead of Michael Sanders. Mike Burrow. So who breaks their way into the top 20 in points? Does anyone break their way inside the top 20 in points? And who gets in and who doesn't? It's going to be an interesting battle to see who makes the chase for Season 5. Let's go see the finishing results and see who made the chase for Season 5. Here are the finishing results from the Gatorade 200 at Richmond. 3 caution flags for 10 laps. And how about this? 16 lead changes. 15 drivers in the lap. That was 16 lead changes among 30 laps. A lead change in over half of the laps. Tim Randolph gets to victory lane in a wild, wild race. Jake Galloway, that truck was torn up on the left side. He drove that thing to a 2nd place finish and kept himself inside the top 10 in points. Max Rossi 3rd, Mike Burrow 4th, and Anthony Hernandez in 5th. Then we have Keith Stevens in 6th, Cole Luigi 7th, Marcia Burrell, Anton Charles Bois, and Ricky Miller round out the top 10. So as you look at the top 20, a lot of storylines here. Danny Lloyd, does he keep it ahead of the drivers that he needs to? Because right now, I think Mike Burrell gains the points that he needs to get ahead of the 17. The question is, does Ray Sir break his way into the top 20 points with a 13th place finish and 129 points? He needed 41 to get ahead. And where did Roland Cook finish? In the 47. Sir gets 13th, 129 points. Cook in the 47, 25th, and 88 points. It's close, for sure, to see who breaks their way in. Lloyd, the dominant truck, 8 laps led. Suspension issues at the end put him out of this race from a top 5 spot. Danny Bryant had issues as well on the same lap as Lloyd. We don't know what those issues were. Derek Bouchard fell lap down, 25 trucks on the lead lap at the end. But now, let's go see the big thing. The 12 drivers fight for the championship in the Pennzoil Truck Series, season number 5. Here we are with the points standings. Cole Luigi, the 31, takes over the lead at the end, so he'll go into the chase with the most momentum, the points leader. Danny Bright, 2nd. Anthony Hernandez third, Max Rossi, Derek Bouchard, Ricky Miller, Anthony Charlebois, Jake Galloway, Oliver Galloway, and Keith Stevens are the top 10 spots. They are in to the chase. And the big storyline, Tim Randolph steals a spot. We did not talk about him. He's 80 points back. But with that win, he leapfrogs Mike Burrow, Danny Lloyd, and Michael Sanders to get into a wildcard spot. And Racer, by a margin, tied with Roland Cook. Sir could not, if he did not lead that lap, if he finished one spot lower at any point in this season, he would not be in the position he is in right now. The tiebreaker is amount of wins. Racer, with that, Sir gets the tiebreaker for 20th and is in the top 20 points officially and gets a wildcard spot. It cannot get any closer than that. And you have to know that that is heartbreaking for Mike Burrow. Mike Burrow, 1 point off of Tim Randolph. So you think about the mistakes that maybe the 20 team made during the season. Where could he have got 1 point back? A lot of close calls for the chase here in the Pennzoil Truck Series, both of which pertain to the wildcard spot. And then think of Lloyd in the 17. Would he have broken in his way into the top 10, knock Keith Stevens out? If he knocked Stevens out, the 25 would take a wildcard spot, and we wouldn't even be talking about the 41 or the 20. A lot happened during this Richmond race to make what happened happen. So our chase field for Season 5, Code Luigi, Danny Bright, Anthony Hernandez, Max Rossi, Derek Bouchard, Ricky Miller, Anthony Charlebois, Jake Galloway, Oliver Galloway, Keith Stevens, along with Tim Randolph and Racer. Those are the 12 drivers that will fight for a championship in the Pennzoil Truck Series for season number 5. And it could not have gotten any closer. A tie for Racer to get inside the top 20, and 1 point separates the second wild card, Randolph and Burrow. So as we look down here, and you think of Riley Spirotube, how he only needed 10 points to get his way inside the top 20. Would it have been enough if he would have just finished the race, involved in that first caution flag and out, and Riley Spirotube will now have a shot at the championship this season. So a wild first 18 races to make up the Pennzoil Truck Series. And now we get down to the final ones for the chase. So to start out the chase for the Pennzoil Truck Series Championship, we will go to Michigan, the Great Clips 200. I will see you guys then.